Hey guys, Duchess Braids here and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a crochet style, and if I'm being completely honest, I think that this crochet has the potential to change the game, and not just for crochet but for something else. Even though they're marketing it for crochet braids, I really think it's going to be a game changer for something else. And I don't even know if the brand has thought about this or if anyone else is doing this. However, I want to talk to you guys today about this style that I have in my hair. It can pass for a wig, it can pass for potentially my real hair. However, this is a crochet style, and it's their new crochet where they have this little string action going on. They have the string and they have the crochet hair tied on both sides. But again, like I tell you guys, I do feel like this could be used for something else, and I'll reveal that later on in the video. But let's jump into the video so I can show you guys how I was able to achieve this flip over method with this crochet hair without it showing too much or just looking as natural as we can get it to look. The hair we're using today is from EayonHair, you guys, and it's their lightweight water wave crochet human hair. We're using length 22 all around, and they did send me 3 bundles, and I only ended up using about 2.5 bundles. It's a lot of hair, you guys. You really don't need 3, but I don't know, a lot of people like to pack it in, so you can pack it in. But the hair looks absolutely beautiful. It's nice and full from the beginning to the end. It does thin out a little bit, but nothing crazy. So it's nice full hair, and it comes with those string, and this is how it's packaged, you guys. And the curls are just really cute and perfect. And so this is the new technology where it has these string in between it. And I know you have to take a pause when you see this because you're like, how is this going to work? But trust me, y'all, it works so good. And I'm so happy for this invention because it's just, like I said, it's changing the game for crochet, but it's going to change the game even more for something else. So please watch until the end because I'm doing a full breakdown tutorial at the end of what it really is made for that I believe nobody knows. So anyways, I'm starting off with my hair freshly washed, of course. And then I'm going to do, since my hair don't match the texture of the hair I just showed y'all, I'm going to make a really thin leave out because y'all already know I'm not about to be looking crazy, struggling, trying to blend this hair with that hair. But I'm going to also give y'all a little gem on how to blend your hair if it don't match the texture of the hair you're putting in. So I'm going to leave that little thin leave out, and we're going to do the flip over method. So I'm just going to leave this front part out. That's it. Just this thin little front part, and I'm going to twist that and put that out the way because then we're going to dive into the foundation, which I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the foundation, y'all, because I feel like in a lot of my videos, I spend so much time just explaining to y'all foundation when I really see people on this app coming up with 4 braids, throwing some crocheted hair on it, and it still looks good. So I'm like, why am I spending all this time on foundation? But you know me, y'all. I'm, as much as I try to make it ugly and try to make it look look like I didn't try, I still be trying. So with the foundation, I am going to do a braid going across the front. We're going to jump right into the foundation. I'm going to try to explain exactly what I did. So for this braid, I do want it to be not so thin, but also not super thick because I want the string part of the crochet to wrap around it. So I'm premeditating how I want this to be put in. So I'm thinking about the string. I'm thinking about how long the string is. I don't want the string to show. So I want to make sure that it wraps around the braid. So I need the braid to be a certain size in order for that string to wrap around. And this is my foundation, y'all. Somebody mentioned in my previous video that I should go across the head. I started going back, and then in the middle I was like, oh, let me go crisscross, like across the head instead of going straight back after that first braid. And so that's where that foundation came from. I didn't put no effort into it. I don't know if I recommend it all the way. I'm just going to leave it at that with the foundation. So I started putting the hair in now. And the first one, I just did 1 string. And this one, I'm really trying to do more than 1 just to see if I could pack it in there, just to see how it would look. So this one, I have 3 of them in there. And I pulled it through. It is a little hefty. And later on in the video, I'm going to
end up taking that one out because I just feel like it's too thick for the front. So I went back to singles for the front, and every now and then I'll do single, double, but no more than two. And so this is how I packed it out in the front. But once I get to the back, we just gonna do whatever we want to do back there. But the front needs to be looking good like this. You see how you see hair going forward, hair going backwards? That's the trick. So I did it across that first braid. And so that's going to be able to hide everything in the back and also look full enough in the front to where it's not going to show too much. So I've only done a half of a pack so far, y'all. So I have a whole 2.5 pack left. And that's how full the front of the hair looks. So now I'm going in with the other half of the pack, and I'm on this big old stinking braid that I did. I don't know why I did that braid so big. But obviously you can see it sticking off my head. I did not recommend doing that, right? So that should have definitely been a smaller braid right there. If you're going to do your foundation, I would just recommend going straight back. After you do that first braid going across, maybe do one more going across all the way and then dive right into like straight backs. And that will work for you. So I'm going across the braid like I did the front, and I'm just adding them in. And so far, this, I believe, is one pack. And I think I have like two more packs left. Oh, I'm lying. That's two pack in. And then I have this one last pack left. And I'm not going to use all of it. I'm just going to throw in about a half or 3/4 of it in. And at the back, y'all, we just be doing whatever. Like as long as it's full back there. And that front part is so full that once everything is flipped back, it's going to cover it. So I'm not too much worried about the back. Yes, I don't want it to be shown. Nobody wants to see the parts and the braids back there. But this hair is just so full and voluptuous that it's just going to cover over the back anyway. So I'm not too much worried about it as I am the front. So I'm wetting the hair right now because, the curl pattern is kind of like fake looking. So we kind of want to wet it and comb it out some and then put some mousse on it just to get it to a nice realistic curl pattern to where when I wear it, it just doesn't look like it's like that fake. It could kind of sort of look like mine. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of wetting it as much as I can. I'm comb brushing it through, and then I'm going to put some mousse on it, and that mousse is just gonna go right on it and make it nice and curly and smooth. And then I'm gonna brush through that, and I'm gonna get a really, 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 really nice curl pattern. And although I love, love, love the hair wet, I do want to show you guys how it looks dry as well. So you guys gonna get a glimpse of how it looks wet and then a glimpse of how it is once it's dry. So once I put the mousse in it and I brush through it, then I'm gonna take my front part out. And this is where I'm gonna show you guys like how to make your hair that does not blend with this texture kind of sort of blend a little bit to look like it's kind of real. All right, so I'm taking out that half first. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wet it and throw some mousse on it. And then I'm going to go in with a edge control, y'all. This edge control I got from Jamaica, y'all. I don't know if they sell it in America or wherever y'all at. I got it while I was in Jamaica, and it's so good. It does turn a little white. I'm not going to lie. That's the only thing about it. But it do be sleeking the heck out of my edges. So I'm going to put the edge control on my hair. So because the edge control is so good, it's going to straighten out my hair a little bit. I kind of wish I didn't put the mousse on it because that kind of curled my hair up. But the edge control is going to kind of straighten out my curls to make it blend a little bit better. So now I'm just going in and I'm going to sleek my edges. And as I'm sleeking my edges, I'm manipulating the hair so that it's straightened. And I'm kind of going to brush it into the crochet hair. And so as I'm doing that, it's going to straighten up a little bit. But if my hair is wet, it's going to curl up, but it just doesn't look so dry and so bad. Like it still look nice and sleek and wet. When you do it this way, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to completely blend into the hair. But because it's like sleek down and like the ends are a little bit straightened, it just does look much, much better that way. So as you can see, I'm like swooping my edges and I am kind of combing it into the hair. And look, you can already tell like that looks so good already on me. I really do feel like curly hair is my thing. It don't matter the texture. I just feel like whenever I have curly hair, hair in, I'm like a different beast. But this is how the hair is looking so far, y'all. It's a lot of manipulation to try to get it to blend in. And so this is how it looks wet. And then next time you see me come on camera, it's gonna be a little dry. I did go downstairs and use the curling blow dryer thing. I forgot what it's called, y'all. Sorry. I used that and to dry the hair, and it turned out pretty good. The curl pattern was a little different and it was a little bit more natural, but this is how it looks, you guys. I'm going to now explain to you guys what this hair is really, really meant for.
Hey guys, so I have the crochet braids completed. So I do want to show you guys how this hair is just so perfect for boho braids. Summer is coming up and I know you guys want some boho braids. This hair, first of all, is 100% human hair, so that's one thing. But the way that it's made, I don't think they thought it would make such a huge difference in something that we've been struggling with. So I do feel like even though they're marketing this for crochet hair, which it looks amazing as crochet hair, as you guys can tell. However, this looks so good, not only as boho braids, but it's gonna save our braiders so much time with this. So not only are you able to braid this in and it be thin because of that string, but also it's gonna save on the sharing time that you have to take to share the hair out. You guys know you have that bulk hair and with the straight ends, and then you have to put some product on it and lay it on your rack piece by piece. You don't have to do that anymore. If you use this, you can just put this on your rack piece by piece, and you can fly through your boho braids with these. So not only are you reaching less time because you have two pieces on each end, on the ends, you're reaching for less boho braids because once you put this first piece in, you have that sticking out, you braid down some, and then you have the second piece out. All you really need is 3 pieces of these and you have your length and fullness of your natural boho braids. And I think just this is just a game changer. It's crazy that they're marketing it for crochet hair when this is literally like the best thing when it comes to boho braids. So I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. Okay, so I'm not gonna add any synthetic hair to it. I'm just going to start braiding the mannequin head because it's already thick, and I'm just a demonstration of how easy this would be to add in. So I'm gonna start by just plaiting the hair. I have my 3 legs. All right, so I'm gonna start with the hair. So I have my hand on it. I didn't start plaiting yet, but I'm just gonna dive right in with this and add it in. So I'm gonna stick it between my thumb and my index finger. And I'm just gonna start braiding. Actually, I wanted to leave this part out. And you can, the thing is, you can pull on it also. So you can pull on it if the string is showing, or you can pull back on it and just continue to plait. And the good thing is it's not bulky, so it's not gonna be a piece of hair that's in it. It's just a string, and you can easily hide the string, and then you braid down to where you no longer, you can now feel the hair, because you can't really feel the string. So once you get to the point where you can feel the hair, you can pull that other piece out and then continue to braid. So I would braid down some, and then I would reach for some more. As you guys can see, there's a little tiny knob right here. You don't want that to stick out, so you want to make sure that is braided in. So once I put it in, I'm going to leave this part out. I'm going to continue to braid. And I can tug on it if I need to. And as I'm braiding down, I can barely feel the string, and there's no difference in my braid. And then once I get to where I can now feel that hard shell and the hair start, then now I can pull that hair out and continue to braid. Y'all, let me tell y'all, this is gonna save so much time and effort when it comes to boho braids. I don't know if people are already doing this. I might be late to the party. Maybe I'm late to the party. But the fact that the hair company is pushing this as a crochet and not as a boho, I'm assuming I'm not late to the party, okay? And so this already looks good. And I would think like when I'm putting in boho hair, I put like 5 to 6 pieces if they want it really, really full. So I would just put one more piece in this and keep braiding, and this is gonna be one full boho. And of course, I didn't add any synthetic hair into it, so it can be longer. It can like be a little bit thicker, all that stuff. However, this I just feel like is gonna help so many people. I no longer do boho braids because I'm suffering from carpal tunnel, but I just thought, wow, that's crazy. Like this is gonna save so much time. And yeah, so that is the little secret that I wanted to tell you guys. The information for the hair will be in the description. And so go ahead and check that out. So even if you don't get it for crochet hair, you can get that same hair for your boho braids for next time. If you're not a braider, you can also explain to your braider how much easier this would be for them. So if you show up with this to your appointment and they're like, what is this? I've never seen this before. Just explain it to them, and I'm sure they're gonna be super happy that they don't have to like not only take so long to share the hair and make sure it's good, but also that they can add in less, they can reach less for the hair, they can do all this. Just it's gonna change the game, I'm telling y'all.
I also forgot to mention, y'all, if you do it that way, it could be reusable. When you take it out, you could wash the hair and reuse it. Oh my God.
Again, this hair is from EayonHair. Everything about this hair will be linked in the description box, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Click the link and make your purchase if you're interested in the hair. And I am so appreciative for you guys for watching, and continue to bless my channel with your views and your comments and all your saves and likes. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.